All right, well, we're going to get into it. Talk about reciprocal relationships.
So, you guys, I have made a turning point. I have decided that I want to only be in reciprocal relationships. If it's not mutually beneficial, I'm done. I'm done doing the whole one-sided, one way. So, I just want, again, to be celebrated, not tolerated. And I want to have fun and enjoy, and it just to be light, easy breezy. And of course, from time to time, you know, the need may arise where you have to give or do more, but I want to give and do more with more discernment, right? I'm finding out that it's not that you can't do and give, but that we have to have more discernment in the way and the direction of what we give, right? It's all these different sayings like, to those who much is given, much is required, right? Well, I wasn't requiring nothing of my giving. I was just giving to be given because I'm a giving person, right? And I love to give, and it's a blessing to be a blessing. But when you don't attach discernment to the giving, you end up giving again in the wrong manner or to the wrong person. And at first I thought, at least if when you're giving with good intention, that you'll also always have a good outcome. Y'all, that ain't the case, because there's people who will receive, right, the recipient, and cut you, stab you, hurt you at the same time as they're receiving, right? And so I realized that it's my responsibility to clean up my vibration and who I'm giving to, right? And
That
so I used to think that that was me judging another person, right? I don't want to judge nobody, but that leaves you open to throwing your pearls to swine, right? We done heard all these sayings and they true. So I got topics on all of that, and we really ain't gonna get into that much deeper today, but inevitably, in doing everything that I've done and giving in the ways I've been given, but it's not working, right? Because I keep giving and being hurt. I keep giving and feeling depleted, right? I keep giving and being straight up mistreated. So that's what I figured out, y'all. It's me not directing my giving, me not being intentional about my giving, me being on autopilot just because I've been asked, me being fearful of saying no, me being a yes person means I'm a people pleaser, right? And so when that's no longer serving to me, it's no longer beneficial to me, and I continue to be hurt, I got to do something different. So that's where I'm at with it. I want reciprocal relationships, including kinships and most definitely friendships, right? And so I do have a core group of reciprocal givers, right? And I do have people who don't receive out of malice. You have people that need you, but then low-key resent that you got it to give. Oof. O-O-F. Oof. So, that's where I'm at. Reciprocal, mutually beneficial, positive exchanges only, or none.
That's right. Myra said, toxic don't work for me anymore. Feels so much better. Thanks. Annie Ray said, I agree with you. Been there. People don't understand. I make them understand. Lisa said, I went through the same thing this week. Sandra said, oof.
Oof, y'all. Oof.
What's up, Kimberly from the 313? Just like me.
I think I told y'all this before. When I was a kid, I was my mother's only child. So that's who I live with. So we just gonna say I'm an only child. Papa was a Rolling Stone. We ain't getting into them half part siblings. Let's just say I'm a mother's only child, right? And so kids would be like, you spoiled, right? And I couldn't stand it. Only children are spoiled. So I was running around giving away everything, y'all. Remember them popsicles that came 2 in a pack and you had to crack the stick? Girl, I would give the whole box away. Now, my mama was the kind of mama, she shot once a month. So once that box is gone, you done. The first week, you done gave out all the popsicles. Now you out of popsicles for 3 weeks. So I grew up doing the same thing. Give it, 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 give it. It's a blessing to be a blessing. All that, right? And honestly, let's be real, the giving feels good until it don't. Until you getting beat up, they ain't even got it out your hand all the way, and you already all these things, right? And so then again, in my mind, well, they need it and I got it. What about when you need it and they ain't got it, right? Why do I feel responsible for everybody? Where do I end and you begin? I had it all twisted, messed up. You hear me? Probably till about the age of 45, 46, 47. But by 48, a light started coming on, right? And that was all them deaths in the family. They was about to hit me with that matriarch title. And those of you who feel honored being matriarchs, kudos. Kudos to you. But for me, because my mother was the matriarch and she passed in 2009, she had so much burden upon her that by the time she was terminally ill, I really don't feel like she had the fortitude and the strength to fight through her own illness. Okay? So I take that personal. And I say, I done messed around and lost my whole mama. Right? Everybody else still got theirs. Still doing them. But they're gonna fall short because ain't nobody balling on the budget but us. Everybody ball till they fall. You hear me? And I don't never count nobody's pocket because I can't stand for nobody to count mine. But what you're not gonna do is ball like you ball and then call over here.
That part.
Right? And you're gonna pay me back next Tuesday. Don't nobody get paid on Tuesday. So I said, okay, what's really going on? Right? Traditionally, we learn, to those who much is given, much is required. Well, guess what? That don't mean things. It could be your time. It could be your good word. Right? It could be, show me your budget. Let me help you figure out how to do this better. Right? Don't feed them fish. Teach them how to fish. But don't nobody want the information. They just want the quick, short, fix it, to the next, fix it, to the next, short, to the next. And then you look on here, they on vacation. How? But again, do you. Just stop calling when you fall short. So, major breakthrough. Might not seem big to y'all, but yay me. Reciprocal relationships only. And that falls into the kinships and the friendships.
That
right?
part.
I just want to enjoy, kiki, smile, eat good, have good weather, simple things, right? So I have taken an account of who's in my life and who's made it into the even smaller circle, right? Because we believe in what is it? Quality over quantity. And I applaud all of those that made it into the smaller circle of trust. And we're going to continue having these beautiful exchanges where don't nobody feel abused, used, utilized, taken advantage of, tolerated, not celebrated, all those things. And so some of y'all figured this out way long ago and didn't nobody tell me. You hear me?
But you doing it, boo.
But I'm here now. So
that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. It's the growth, the learning, understanding. I had to forgive myself for being naive and for doing too much, for too long, for too many. And then I am also not going to be in shock and utter dismay that those that I'm talking about who ain't on here, who aren't getting a notification like you are, because I haven't pre-told them that the next ass is a no. I'm not going to be shocked when they have a tantrum and they fall out and I'm a bee and I'm selfish. I'm already prepared for the uh-oh, she done figured it out. So let me project and act a fool, right? So I'm not going to be broken and hurt, and I'm not going to let them psychologically screw me into thinking that it's wrong to finally say no. Ain't going to do it. So that's the other thing. You got to be prepared because they going to cut up. You hear me? They going to cut up. I've already been told all these things about us living over here, right? How selfish it is and how wrong it is and how dare we. Get out of here. Look at this skin glowing and this hair growing. Hey, oof. Oof to you. And I ain't had nothing to drink. This is just vitamin D deliriousness. You hear me? So somebody needed to hear that it's okay. Do you, boo.
That's right.
Do you all day from today and every day forward. You hear me?
Hey to the man. Hey to the man. Michelle said they are what you call them users. I learned about some family members and friends. Yes, Karen said reciprocal relationships. Love it.
Only.
And then Trinket said, I'll be 45. Happy birthday in advance. Trinkets galore. I'm tired of being sick and tired, and I pray 45 is starting with something better. 45 is what you make it, love.
And guess what? I already claim it for you because you've been doing the work.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Let's see. That's why I always say a giver has to be careful because a taker don't have a limit.
They don't. And they know we struggle to say no, right? They know we yes people.
Yes, Alicia Evans, I will definitely talk to your mom and see if she has the best Medicare benefits. For sure, for sure. I will definitely do her evaluation.
Hugo got a bone. He burning me up. I'm sorry.
Teresa said, D, you be a good therapist, but one thing about my baby, she giving what she can give, when she want to give, and I love that about her. I love that about her.
Have y'all also noticed the level of entitlement? How does that work exactly? If we don't have no kids, right? You mess around. Let's keep it real for a minute. If you're an adult and you need periodic help, I'm talking weekly, monthly, or multiple times a year, you an adult baby. You might not have a diaper on, but that is childlike behavior to not handle your own scandal, right? You have to budget for the stuff you need and the stuff you want, right? And you have to make plans and provisions for the extra stuff. And you also got to plan for the whoopsie, didn't even realize this could happen. All of those things are within your lane of responsibility. Your lane and your lane only. Now, I ain't talking about those of us who have borrowed once or twice in a lifetime and was grown enough to pay it back. But everybody else in between all that, come on.
Come on.
And stop making the person you asking the bad guy when they finally get the courage to tell your little self no. Because you don't tell you no, right? The people who have no discernment about their finances, the people who are self-indulgent, the people who cannot wait, prepare, save, that ain't fair to everybody else. Then you be around folk, you got to act like you don't have what you have or cry broke so they won't be calculating your savings. I was saving so hard one time, I sacrificed cable. Everybody I knew had cable. But then they would fall short and ask me, well, how is that fair to me when I'm denying myself? Right? Well, she don't got no kids. Well, that don't mean that I don't need to prepare for when I get grown. Ner. older, may fall sick, may need something, right? I don't borrow from you because I'm always thinking about your kids but those were your choices. And God bless all them babies. But they're yours. Let me give you an example of a beautiful relationship. Kenya, Grayson's mom, right? Blessed us with being godparents. But guess what she didn't do? She didn't take advantage of the fact that we yearn to be mothers. I know people that don't have kids, but have that yearn or desire. So then they extend themselves to somebody with kids. And then that person manipulates the relationship because they know how much you yearn to be. And then they take advantage of you. Right? She was like, anything y'all do, I appreciate it, but I don't require nothing of you. And everything you do, I want y'all to do it because y'all want to do it. And guess what else Kenya was grown enough to say? She said, and whenever y'all don't feel like it, I ain't gonna feel no kind of way about it. That should be how it always is, but I wasn't used to that. And I said, thank you. Thank you for honoring us with the responsibility and trusting us with the baby and knowing he gonna be safe and well taken care of. And then we honored her. We didn't manipulate, take advantage of the fact that she needed help a little bit, somebody to pick him up while she at work. So that's a mutually beneficial relationship. We're getting something that we've always wanted and desired. She's getting help, and nobody's taking advantage of each other. Why can't that become commonplace? That should be most instances, not like, ooh, let me find something to highlight. So it does exist, but again, we have to require what we need. And for all of us who've been out here doing it wrong, or in my opinion, what didn't work for me, I'll speak for me as I always do. I should be able to change the way it's been going. But I already know, because I'm dealing with some ninjas. They ain't going to be okay with my no. And guess what else I ain't going to do? I ain't giving a reason. It ain't none of your business why I can't and ain't. And I'm going to stop saying I don't have it. I don't have it to give. Because I'm not going to put my purse on the ground, and you know what that do. You don't speak negatively, ill will, or down on your own stuff. Because words are powerful. Words matter, right? So that's just my little 10 cents of where I'm at with it and what I've learned. Again, the word of the day is reciprocal relationships only.
That part.
That's for me.
Love it, love it. Kathy Green said, when someone asks me for something, I ask them, what's the two letters that come after M? And it's N-O. I love that. I love that.
An update on Grayson. He has been fully adopted.
That's our godson.
That's our godson. For those who watch all the time, I told y'all that staying over there worrying about it wasn't going to make it happen. And that if we came over here and lived our best life, it would go through. And I don't know how long ago I said that, but it wasn't that long ago. So I just want y'all to see that when you trust the process and you believe and you don't have to sacrifice yourself, everything gonna work out.
Work out. Misty said, preach no. Preach no. That's right. Everything gonna work out. Yes. I love that, babe. That's some good stuff.
You got anything?
Oh, no. I'm just taking it all in, you know. Because you know I'm a giver, right? So, you know, you sometimes baby be preaching to y'all, but she be preaching to me too.
Look, the message is for Nurse Chris. Because we going to get some calls at some point and sometime.
I mean, you know, you do what you can when it's appropriate or whatever, but, you know, I do have my limits, you know. Okay. And I'm not going to be taken advantage of. And it took me some time to get here. I ain't going to use no personal examples, but you know, it's some situations where people just think, oh, they can tap. And they got to really, hey, listen, you know, we ain't begging to borrow. We done been through some things, okay? You know, started from the bottom, now we're here. And we continuously working on ourselves and working on our future and working on enjoying the now, you know. So we do, you know, you give when it's appropriate. But again, a reciprocal relationship. And I want to see you put in some effort, you know what I mean? I'm not just going to just be your enabler. I can't do it.
Have you ever felt like an ATM?
Oh yeah, I stopped doing that though. I said no. That's the thing. That's why I got to the point where I started saying no, because I don't want to be no ATM. I ain't got to be nobody's ATM. You know. So hey, yes, yes.
Yes, he's been fully adopted. That's the process that's been going on for his whole life at this point, but it finally went through. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you follow if you're not following. We appreciate you guys. And we thank you guys for all the love and support that you give. And
no, and remember, no is a complete sentence.
That part.
So no more explaining.
Yes. Kim said, Nurse Chris, I enjoyed our conversation on the phone. You are so nice. Thank you. And so everybody that's on here, it is Medicare open enrollment season. Okay, it started this week. We got to December 7th, but don't wait till the last minute to get on my schedule because my calendar is already booked up until the end of this month. Okay.